Hello, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I am Disco Kitty, the Crappy Crafter. Today, I'm going to be turning this mug... Oh, look at all those water spots. I guess it needs to be wiped down a little bit. It is clean. I have cleaned it. That's why it's got a whole bunch of little water spots. I'm gonna turn this into a glittery, beautiful, snow globe kind of thing. I'm excited. We're gonna use a drill and we're gonna use some glitter, and it's not gonna be enough glitter because even though I knew I was gonna be making this glitter mug today, I didn't think about the fact that I should probably have a lot of glitter because look at how much space there is between. It's gonna need a lot of glitter, so we'll see what happens. I may have to run to the store and get more. Let's hope not. Anyways, let's get into it. Alright, let's get started. This is a dual-walled mug that I got from Amazon. I'm going to sand the bottom eventually, and then I'm going to drill a hole through it, and then I'm going to use some UV resin and a little bit of glue and these little bumper pads and some vegetable glycerin and some distilled water and some glitter. Way too much glitter, but they look so small in these containers. I'm going to use the entire both of these containers. Way too much. Alright, let's start by sanding the bottom a little because UV resin doesn't like to stick to shiny things, so we gotta rough it up a little. We'll clean it with alcohol. Might as well clean the whole thing. And now I'm going to drill it. This actually took me a good, I don't even know, 5 minutes because I went so slowly and I absolutely should not have put the hole in the center at the bottom because that's where the concaved point is at its lowest, so I end up with a lot of air in this mug. Which is okay because, hey, you know what? It's my first one and I think I did pretty well. This is where it catches, it cracks, but you know what? Like I said, it's my first attempt. It was in a bad place. It also caught a piece of sprue, an extra piece of plastic from the inside, which is a separate piece from the bottom. And it just did a weird thing with my drill. Anyways, this is where the little bumper pad is getting tested and it fits really good. Now we're going to fill her up with glitter and then water and then glycerin. And the only reason why I'm using so much of these is because when I bought these glitters, I actually bought 2 little buckets of each of these colors, which is why I was like, let's just use a lot. It looked like there was a pretty big space inside the double wall, so I thought I was gonna need a lot of glitter. I didn't need this much. Here we're going to get into some of the really, really fine glitter. I only have 2 sizes of glitter in this big chunky and super fine. The super fine I had meant to use in nail polishes and I just never got around to doing it. So I'm going to use it here. I'm going to use a whole boatload of it. But still probably not as much of this stuff as I used as the big glitter, which is fine. The hole in the bottom of this is super huge, but I went to the dollar store and I got the bumpers that they had there instead of waiting until I got to work, a couple days later because I had the weekend off and I didn't want to go to my work while I was, not working. So I got really big bumpers, had to use a really big drill. Here I'm shaking it up to make sure that I try to get rid of as many of the air bubbles as I possibly can. Not that that's going to matter in the end because I am going to have so much air in this. So much air. And that's okay. Like I keep saying, it's my first try. The hole's in a bad place. It should have been higher up, closer to the ridge. But you know what? It works. It works. It's cute. Here, I'm going to make sure that the bottom is clean of oils and water. I'm going to use this glue gel to glue in the little bumper pad. Shove that right in there. So you can see in the center of the bumper pad, you can see through where it's touching the sprue on the inside, and it won't go all the way in because of that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to load it up with a whole bunch of glue, make sure that it's nice and sealed. I have shaken it to make sure it doesn't leak. And then I'm going to coat the bottom in UV resin. Make sure that I seal up the bumper pad, the hole, make sure it goes out as far as I want it to so that it has a good seal on the whole bottom. You gotta cure it for a long time. I think I ended up curing it for like 4 minutes all total. And it's perfect. I love it. It came out so good for my first attempt. Way too much glitter. But I really like it. I think it's really cute. What do you all think? What would you have done? Leave me a comment below and tell me what color glitters you would have used. I don't know why it looks so green here. Tell me where you would have put the hole, what kind of mug you have used, all that kind of stuff. And don't forget to subscribe. Alright, so this is just epic, and I don't know why I didn't do it before. Because it's so flippin' simple. I mean, yeah, I cracked the bottom a little bit, but you know what? With all that UV resin, it should be okay. Remember, never ever put one of these in the dishwasher. Hand wash. I don't even know if these are good for hot drinks anymore. Not that I drink hot drinks anyways. I'm not a hot drinks person. But just look at how flippin' cute that is. I love the flow on this. The only problem I had was the giant air bubble, because this came down a lot farther than I expected. I should have made my hole over on the edge. You know, there were a lot of things I should have done. And this is way too much glitter, but you know what? For a first attempt, I love it, and I'm gonna use it all the time. So, until next week, stay safe.